face. I fought the devil, I've seen his face. Can't give up, you just gotta fight. I know life is hard and you don't understand. I know sometimes you just need a hand, somebody to pick you up and tell you it'll be okay. I know sometimes this life can get you down, and I know sometimes it's like no one's around. Nobody to pick you up and tell you it'll be okay. But let me pick you up today and tell you everything will be okay. Let me pick you up today and tell you everything will be okay. It don't matter what they say, you keep pushing every day. Keep your
Shout out to
head
Slide
up
City
and
Music.
always pray.
We want to introduce everybody to Joey and Ben. They just had to fight for something. Okay, so back to this. We just had a Oregon Pride Fest and shit, right? Down in Portland. And let's do a little fast forward from a year ago. A year ago today, a year ago, you guys seen a video of me being, well, I guess a little disorderly, as they said. That being said, circumstances and behind that, here it is a year forward, right? To the day that I got that disorderly conduct. And if you guys remember correctly, I was wearing the same shirt, and there was no, I mean, some dots just how my brain is, it connects and shit, right? So this is just how it is, straight up. A year ago today, I was sent this gift. Hello?
Hello, I had a missed call from you.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's this? Oh, this is Tyke. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I was just seeing if you were busy or whatever because I got out and I was trying to kill time. But yeah, I stopped. I don't know if it was the right place or whatever, but I stopped by earlier and your door was open and shit on your car. And I knocked, and nobody answered. So. But yeah, you doing all right? Okay. Okay. Well, hit me up if you ever need to. Hit me up if you ever need to, okay? Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Yep. Bye. So, fast forward a year ago today, alright? I was wearing the same shirt a year ago today. The hub means you hit the fucking transport bus, right? So, I went all around Oregon through this transport. And, needless to say, this shirt's handed in a lot of gels. So I'll put it on just save the little boobies, okay? Save them little closet people like Good Job Buddy getting horny right now. Ugh. Whether you're a chub chaser or a little booby, yeah, I got it all right here. That being said, a year ago today, man. I'm disappointed in some of the things that were said by my PO. I am disappointed by the fact that, for what I feel, to say the greatest way that it's possible, is that it's going to be hard for me to not be damaged by the fact that due to my mental health conditions, or my mental health or who I am, there wasn't just any type of adjustment or anything for somebody being on the autism spectrum disorder or having a disability and even in therapy. What I did was not wrong whatsoever. I had all appropriate releases of information signed, and that being said, there was false allegations that were brought upon me, and I have the paperwork. I'll go through it or whatever, but there was false allegations allegations were brought on to me, and then there's proof and documentation that there's been confidentiality broken, and the manipulation that came from my PO and that department is unnecessary and not needed whatsoever. 64 months is a long time, guys, and for the first violation that I've ever had in a year, to have them try to revoke me and impose it's not right, and it's not right that things had to be fabricated for it on top of that. But on the other hand, I just wanted to jump on here to tell everybody, man, I realized in the last year I've made progress, period, and I can see it. I can tell within myself. I know that I still have a long process to be able to go to get where I truly want to be, spiritually, mentally, physically, all of it. But on the other hand, nothing in life is easy and nothing in life comes free. And I've been blessed with a piece of land that back in the day people used to fight for, and people used to defend it, and that meant something to them. And I've been blessed within the last year and a half, 2 years, by many from YouTube and even people personally, and even bringing down to where I can say that I own my own land. And because of that, I'm going to be driven, and I'm going to be focusing a lot more on getting my home life together, and making sure that there's a secure, I don't like the fact of my dog having to go somewhere. I don't like the fact of, knowing that I'm going to have to go back and empty everything out of my fridge and shit. And there's always bad and negative things that we can all think of, but at the same time, there's people in county jail, man, sitting in there for fucking 2-3 years still fighting their case. What is it in America, man, when people are fucking, just over hearsay or certain things just because a DA, one individual, your elected official that you choose to have in your fucking local county is a person that's of the people, you know what I'm saying? They represent the people. And you, the people, when was the last time you ever went to a court process just for 2 weeks and been able to follow some of the cases just for your own knowledge? And that's just some of the cases, but there's people in there for real 2-3 years sitting there and have enough evidence to show that they just need their day in court, and they can't even have their day in court because the court system's so overflooded and so backed up that it goes off of what your attorney's capability is or your attorney's availability. And people's freedoms and their family, their children are getting older, people are graduating school, people are passing away, and in jail you don't have the right to get a furlough as much. You don't have the right to get things that you could in prison if you were actually facing somebody's death or being able to go to a family member's funeral. And to know that I can't play a victim in this with my PO, I have to be able to understand that apparently, whether it's right or wrong, I have to live with what my part is. And I've always done the part where I've always lived with accepting what I've done wrong and acknowledging what I've done wrong. And it seems that when I get sidetracked on trying to do right and focusing on what is right is when I fuck myself. And that seems to be the God's honest truth. Every aspect of my life has always been to where if I feel like I'm doing the right thing, or if I feel that it's the, by rules or regulations or whatever it is, I'm within the bounds of doing it, I always fuck myself. Even down to where, me being on probation is all because of the fact of a landlord-tenant case that's still even open today. How can I burglarize my own fucking house that there wasn't no injunction filed, there wasn't no nothing, and it's still a year later, and then I'm still facing, and it doesn't mean that just because somebody goes up to the judge and pleads no contest that it means they're fucking guilty. And the way that the justice system is nowadays, it's not justice. It's really truly not. And as a parent of somebody that has a child that's in lockup right now, that's been in lockup for a year for taking somebody's life, and looking at it as the family of the victim, that family alone also don't have closure, So when we look at the justice system, truly, what is justice? Sit in one person's hands, your district attorney that you elect, you have no fucking idea what he does as a job. How much time he actually puts in as a district attorney because he's got so much the vacation time added up or whatever, backing up people's fucking lives forever. Not even having enough time to even fucking call to even find out if the release of information signed for him, even though the fucking order says that it is. And like I said, I'm not gonna play the victim. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna fucking be focused, and I'm scared. I was supposed to have my injection done when I was in, and I'm scared, man, is all I'm gonna say. And it's alright to be scared, you know? It's alright. It's alright to say that I'm scared. But what's not alright is when you're scared and you just sit there and you fucking sit in fear. Either fear's gonna make you shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get off the pot and just start doing what I fucking have to do, rather than doing what I feel is like the right thing to do. Because like I said, anytime I've ever focused in my life on doing the right thing, it's always fucked me. And whether or not, like, you know, Rosa Parks sat on the back of the bus, or fucking whoever it was that made LGBT fucking come together and pop off, you know, you just look. You know, imagine being on fucking booking and what they, or, you know, going through the hub is what they call it. You know, I went from all around Oregon, over 600-700 miles on fucking transport, hitting like all these counties and shit. I was cuffed up, fucking shackled up with this shirt. You know, face. You know, some of the people that were faced through a little window, looking right at me as I'm getting shackled up, and they have nothing but to see this big. You know. And then there was one people, like, the first place was just like, I guess they were in this room and they seen me get up, shackled up, and the one dude like looked at him and they started talking about my shirt, and they were like, no, they kind of look alike. Yeah, but that guy looks a little bit bigger, dude. And they started talking about how, you know, he was gonna have to sit next to me during transport because I was a big motherfucker. And come to find out, you know, I told them a story about what happened and shit, and every one of them like got a kick out of it. Even the guards got a kick out of it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we can make ourselves think something's the way that it is. Such as, like, you go to prison, you go to whatever, you're gonna be raped, you're gonna be, you know, playing fucking bootied up partners with people. You say you're gay, you're gonna get hated on and stuff. And the logic of it is that some things are all right to stand up for and make a point of, you know what I'm saying? And you can get your point across in a very direct way, but for me, I can't get my point across because I'm not socially appropriate. And neither here nor there. I just have to stay in my lane and realize that for the next time that I'm on probation, for as long as I'm on probation, I got to buckle down, be alone, do whatever, no matter how hard I think about suicide, no matter how hard I don't want to think about suicide, no matter how hard I don't want to be alone, no matter how hard I just want to fucking, whatever it may be. I got to remember that I have a dog, I have kids, and I got to be blessed. And without love, we have nothing, you know. And think about that. If you have love, you have nothing. Does that mean love yourself, or love somebody else, or having somebody else love you? Either way, without love, we're nothing. Everything is meaningless, utterly meaningless. The sun shall rise, the moon will rise, the sun shall shed. The rivers flow into the ocean's back to the river. What has been will be. What will be has been. Everything is meaningless, utterly meaningless. And that being said, I just want to say one more little fucking thing here because I'm on a roll. This is back when I was 16, 17 years old in McLaren, and it's stuck in my head, and it's the only one I've ever wrote. You do the dope so you can cope with a life gone bad, a childhood you never had. A circle of friends invites you in their den, sharing their deed, self-made bad seed. You turn to the streets, land on 2 feet, but slip on a dime. So do you get it? So do you get the dope, saying you needed to cope with the mess you're in? Now where are those friends? You know, that's just how it is. And yeah, I'm gonna stay hydrated. My anxiety was way off the fucking hook when I walked up. Like I was like, matter of fact, just to tell you like a little bit, I think I smoked myself a little fucking high, but already went through that much. Gave a couple cigarettes out or whatever, but I think I got high off nicotine, and then but still I still got a little bit of shakes. I'm gonna follow through with my mental health, and then we're also going to go over the paperwork sometime because yeah, I got paperwork showing that confidentiality has been broke. I don't know how to be able to deal with that, and I'm really going to be leaning on my viewers and people from YouTube to actually guide me in the right kind of direction, and start discussing it before I do it, because obviously recording the director of the probation office is never a good idea. Telling them thank you for doing their job is never a good idea. Trying to remind them of what their job is never a good idea. Regardless if you think that your rights are protected by fucking HIPAA or even a release of a confidentiality that needs to be is bringing that up is never a good idea. And so that being said, yeah. Just don't make sure the last move you do in life just doesn't make you look out to be an idiot, you know what I'm saying? And as long as I can do that with this on this YouTube channel, I guess I've done something right. Now let's see if I can remember that. So whoever needs to clip this, let's do a year forward from right now. Because a year exactly to date is the date that I was arrested for the fucking disorderly conduct right down the street at the motel. And got the news all within like fucking days, all of it crashed. Now it's time to head up, chest out, let's rock this shit, and we're gonna do it together. With that being said, everybody keep their head up and breathe. Whoa.